Hey again. Thank you for tuning in. I got dressed up for you again. Since I'm not going to work, this is probably the only time that I'm dressing up. But so glad you tuned in. And if you have been trying to kind of kick the virtual burnout blues, let's get into some ways to assess if you're truly burned out and also some tips to replenish some of that energy. So first off, to understand virtual burnout, it's really defining burnout, and the World Health Organization states it's a chronic workplace stress that hasn't been successfully managed. It includes feelings of emotional exhaustion, just feeling a bit depleted, you're mentally distant from your job, maybe not caring as much or putting enough energy into things, and also just not feeling as effective. So now there's also a bit of fatigue settling in. Being at home for some of us was our escape from a long day of work. Now for some, there's an overlap. The place where you're waking up now is a place where you're taking calls, you're mixing in workouts, you're creating a tag team system with your spouse and how you take care of the kids and anything else in the house. It's like we got what we wanted in just being able to work from home, but the time we thought we would have to do all the things we've been wanting to do because we thought time got in the way, now this time is spent on endless calls, checking emails, and making sure you're responding to them in a timely manner. Also watching any passive aggressive tendencies you may have with certain coworkers, feeling that you need to be connected more with work, and just feeling a way that you're not as productive. This can all just be too much because I'm tired of just being at home. So all these work demands, the anxiety you feel about your productivity is costing you some peace of mind right now. There's also a missing piece here. So the rewards we would usually give ourselves to take a step back, that time you take to enjoy like happy hour with friends, being in a gym, booking a flight and taking a proper vacation to clear your mind. For most, this has been limited due to certain restrictions right now. Also, for some, the compassion you would feel before, it's a bit harder to give that to others because we're so drained. The nonverbal cues that we could pick up on in physical situations to understand how others are doing, now it's a challenge on a video or phone call. And so, being a bit isolated, limited in our activities, having work and family demands is making us a bit mentally fatigued. We're irritable, frustrated, and not having ways to escape in the way we would like. This is adding to the stress we're feeling, and spending too much time on virtual platforms can also impact our mental health. So, when you are depleted of the things that in some way are helpful in creating some calm and relaxation in your life, your bodies and mind are not really sure how to act right now. So let's create a checklist to assess if you're virtually burned out, and also just some things that you can do to kind of manage that burnout. And so with assessing, the first thing to look out for, so are you tuned out during your calls? You don't feel like you have much to contribute, you're truly not caring, or are there tasks that you've been missing lately because of your lack of interest and motivation? Second, are you dismissing the emotions you're experiencing? Are you possibly isolating or withdrawing from others? Are you letting emotions stay with you without doing much about it? This can make you live on autopilot and make you a passive participant in how you deal and cope with things you're feeling. Third, are you already dreading your scheduled meetings before they happen? If how you're feeling and thinking prior to scheduled meetings is already negative, or maybe there's tension already showing up in your body, or you're already irritable and you haven't even gotten on the call yet, this needs some attention. Being able to have this awareness can allow you to create a plan for yourself to handle these moments in the future. Number 4, is it easy for you to become impatient with others quickly? Family, friends, coworkers, even when they haven't done anything, or maybe small situations you're starting to magnify and you just get easily annoyed more times than none. You guessed it, this also needs some attention. Number 5, are you constantly thinking about the work you have to do, even when you're supposed to be off or taking a lunch break? That also should indicate to you that something isn't right, because just like the energy you're putting into the things that you feel need to be done, you also need to savor in moments that allow you some time to recharge. And last but not least, number 6, are you finding it difficulty to sleep right now? Could that be your mind and body feeling unsettled? I think so. So now with your assessment, here are some ways to combat them in some ways to improve the way that you feel. So one, I think find some time to lean into the things that you enjoy during the day. You may not be able to control work demands, but you can take control over things that you do to give yourself a break. Create pockets of time to do these activities and be compassionate with self that you're deserving of this time to focus on things that bring on some relaxation or joy. I see you, Marie Kondo. Second, start to acknowledge uncomfortable feelings. Accept that you may feel anxious, irritable, or annoyed. You're human. Label these emotions in the moment and also focus on what you may need. I'm feeling frustrated right now, and in this moment, I need to step away from my computer to clear my mind. Also, create moments where you disconnect from social media, emails, and your phone for a certain period of time. Make this a weekly habit and utilize this time to reflect on your life. Are you accomplishing certain goals? Are there things are the things that you value showing up in your life? Whatever questions you ask yourself, also use this time to set up a plan for yourself to get your life back on track, taking small steps at a time to get there. Also, create a sleep and wake time routine. So set up a 30 to 1 hour routine that you do prior to bed to get you to relax before going to bed. Maybe put your phone away, read, drink hot tea. And also when you wake up, create an intentional morning routine that helps you wake up and get ready for the day. Meditate for 5 minutes or less. Create a task list for the day. Eat breakfast, whatever it is, just create routines that you will consistently stick with. Because we love routines. Those are the things that work for us. And sometimes those are the things that we tend to dismiss when we start to feel stressed and a little bit burned out. And lastly, I feel like I need you to take some time off. I can't say that in any other way. You need time to truly recharge. You earn that PTO and sick leave, so really take it when needed. Thank you for tuning in again, and look out for more videos. Bye. And one more thing, because I forgot. In my last video that I will link, it's basically, I think it's also important and can go with, this topic, something called implementation intention, a way to just be very proactive about the goals that you, choose to have. So to get a little bit more information about it, go ahead and check out that first video. All right. I think by now, we're good. Okay? I'll see you later.